Yeah, no kidding. Now we can start recording.
Change, change the subject. This is a very, very unsubtle segue.
Was that a hint, Steve? Was that just a slow, small hint? Um, I didn't do great with mine. I've been working on this one thing, God teach me the reality of what I perceive in my brother. And for whatever reason, I've been very much focused on, well, I haven't been seeing a lot of people. I guess what it is, I haven't been judging a lot, which has been really, really lovely. So that's probably why I haven't used it quite as frequently as I normally do, because I've been in this beautiful flow state and I'm really enjoying it. So that's kind of where I've been. But that's my go-to Course in Miracles lesson because that encapsulates everything for me around what the Course teaches.
Beautiful. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
I kind of feel like I'm checking in the morning to see how I went the night before or the day before. And I'm just finding, I don't know, it's just working. Last week, I had Jane's little saying, the whole crux of A Course in Miracles is love. So just get to it.
I like
And
it.
I kind of felt that's how my days have been going. So it's quite lovely.
Yeah.
It's funny when we give ourselves permission, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
I don't really feel like I'm tested unless I watch the news. So the people in my life are not testing me at the moment. So that's good. It's all just, as Gary says, it's just flowing.
Yeah.
Who else wants to share their lesson for the week?
Well, I'm looking forwards to understanding how you all place this into your daily rhythm. I found I was a little bit, oh yes, that's right, I'm doing this. I need to. So I was a little bit jagged the way I was looking and approaching um, the conversations in my mind and also what I was trying to learn. So I'm excited today to get some more understanding.
Sure. Well, you've come in at we've been doing this for 3 years, and you've come in and you're just shining already. So
Wow.
well done, Wendy.
Thank you.
And Wendy, did I understand that that was a question that you wanted to find out how different people were applying it in their life? Did I hear that right?
Look, I think so. I was just going to observe really how that was going to be, but if there's some answers, that would be amazing too.
I think it'd be useful as people share to just share how we do apply it. I think that that's a really good question.
Thank you.
So I'll give what happens for me. I know that when I judge other people, my energy drops. If I find myself wanting to speak ill about another person, my energy drops. So as soon as I start feeling that, or something comes out of my mouth that I know I'm starting to drop my energy, I'll immediately stop and I'll say something to myself like cancel clear. And then I'll ask, God, teach me the reality of what I perceive in my brother. And I'll ask myself that. So I get to immediately reframe how I'm seeing the other person and see it as a teacher rather than someone that I need to judge and condemn for what I deem as bad behavior or whatever I'm judging. And that ends up being a huge reminder for me. So oftentimes the path to awakening is through the dark road of your ego, and you place yourself in so much pain, you know you have to find a way out of it. And that's how I do it.
Great, thank you.
And Gary's computer is covered with post-it notes of quotes.
My whole post-it note is covered with taped on posties like this, where I have all these different lessons from the Course in Miracles.
We're
It's a good
still
thing.
waiting on that photo, Gary.
Oh,
Oh,
I should do it.
I
Let me
thought
get
I'd
it
shared
completely
it.
filled up first, because I've dismantled some of them. So I'll get mine completely filled up, and then I'll send you I'll send V one, and she can share it if she
I did,
chooses.
you did send me a photo a while ago, and I did think I shared it in the messages, but I'll reshare it then if I can find
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one.
I just have one. I just keep one at my desk. The one for last week that I keep on my desk.
Mhm.
So it reminds me and I'm journaling on it and yeah. And I think if I'm having a difficult conversation, I'm just trying to remind myself what my lesson is. Yeah.
Yes.
Who else?
I'll do mine because it rolls into what V just said. To interpret error is to give it power, and having done this, you will overlook truth. So every time my ego took over while I was having a conversation, and I would think of that, and then I would just shut up. So um, I guess the thing, and Wendy just directly saying what in response to what Gary said, um, your energy level does drop, but so the energy level's dropping, but I find that my adrenaline kicks in. So I start to, you know, really kind of get fired up. So it takes, and look, I've always been like that, but more so I think now because I've made a decision a while ago that I'm of an age now that I'll do and say whatever the hell I please. I don't want to hurt people, but I am protecting myself in whatever it is that I say that or that I do, um, because that is what makes me feel safe. Doesn't always make me feel heard, um, but yeah. So there were a few conversations this week where I thought about that particular sentence, and then I just shut up.
Wow.
Mm.
How did it
Mm.
feel for you, Linda?
It made me feel cut off, so it really pushed me outside my comfort zone. Um, yeah, so it made me feel cut off, but it also kicked in my listening as well. So I'd end up listening.
Could I ask you what you learned when you stopped speaking and started listening more? What was the benefit to you?
Well, the benefit was that the conversations continued. And so I learned something out of that rather than me just going into my fire zone. And then the conversation stops and then I'm not getting that information come through. So regardless of whether that information was beneficial or not, it was still information that I was receiving, and then I could decide whether it was beneficial or not.
So you gave people the respect to communicate and tell their truth. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, which I do, but when I get um, when I get pushed into a corner and I stop feeling safe, and this is sounding really dramatic. It's not as dramatic as what I'm making it sound, but in my own mind, when I stop feeling safe, then I, my adrenaline goes up and I start verbally fighting, if that makes sense. But not always in a condemning way either. It can be sharp or it can be harsh, but it's not condemning. It's just, I'm just trying to, I don't even know what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to
Are
get
you trying
a
to draw
point
a
across.
boundary? Are you
I'm
trying to
sorry.
draw a boundary? Are you trying to
Um,
draw a boundary?
um, am I trying to draw a boundary? No, I'm not. no, I'm not sure about that. I don't know whether I'm trying to draw a boundary. It's just a really, when you get into a really interesting time in your life where you can't make a decision, or if you make a decision, it's not necessarily the right one for the time. So I'm just going through that at the moment. And last night we had a blood moon, and there's all sorts of different moon stuff going on at the moment too. So, and ever since then, I've just been feeling a bit brain foggy and don't feel that I have the ability to make a proper decision based on what's going on at the time. Somebody asked me to do something the other day, and I said, yep, not a problem. And I wandered off and did something completely different, came back, and they said, oh, so you didn't do that? And I went, oh shit, I completely forgot. Like it's just this brain fog. It's a whole lot better than it was a couple of weeks ago, but it's just, so I guess it's just my ego kicking in now and saying, okay, well, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to make you feel safe. You're not thinking clearly for yourself. So this is what we're going to do. So yeah, just it's interesting time.
Awesome.
Lots of lessons.
Coralie, we better let you speak because you'll have to be going soon, won't you?
Yeah, I will. So my one from last week was every loving thought is true. And I just love that. That actually it just makes me happy seeing it there. It's just there. It's a post-it note on the bottom of my computer. Yeah, but I've still been quite a lot focusing on this one from a few weeks ago. And what the actual one was is you are a beautiful child of God. And I morphed it into you are a divine child of the universe. And I've been telling anyone who'll listen.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Love it. So Jane, how did you go?
Very, very good. Well, with the exclusion of yesterday, I had 3 teeth extracted, and it's like, oh, 3 bottom teeth. So I'm kind of like I have to really watch everything I eat, but the words that I say, I don't have to watch my words because of the extraction. But I just have to say this, that I only have love to give. Every thought, every loving thought is true. I feel like I am fairly consistently able to walk in infusing love in a situation. I guess I don't feel, I rarely feel put upon. I rarely feel, out of sorts, out of place or whatever. And so I'm in flow a lot, and I have a lot of challenges from others that I just like, what does this need? Infuse love. This situation needs love. Go, just do it. Just do it. Let it pour out of your mouth. Be calm, and so on. And I'm like, in the last week, especially this past weekend, I had a big scenario happen with me, and where I was challenged, and the outcome was really quite good, because it doesn't matter that saying that we hear so often of late, your opinion of me is none of my business.
Mhm.
I don't think any truer words could be said. Um, and so I feel like I'm successful at that for the most part. Um, just things to get over. And here's the other thing. I feel like because the universe is for us, is with us, it's within us. We're part of, there's no separation. It's like, well, wherever we go, we're in conjunction with the loving divine universe. So what do I have to fear? I mean, really, like it doesn't make any sense unless I feel like unless you don't believe that the universe is for you, then you're going to act according to what that belief is. You follow what I'm saying? So I just feel I feel like I have nothing to lose. And I feel like the universe is supplying me with the people, places, and things on my path to fortify me in that generosity of spirit, you know? So if I'm in concert with, because we all are, we may not feel it, but we are. I'm the only obstacle if I want to be or if I don't want to be. So, um, yeah, and I trust. I guess I trust that, it's like, yep. I got this scenario right in front of me, and it's right on time. It's right on time. There's always something to learn. Period. Go ahead. Send it my way. you know. So, uh, you know, as we get older, I think we all find. Um, like I turned 70 a few months ago, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh God, how many, oh, how many more years do you really have, right? Good years, right? And it used to be when you were 40, you're like, I got another 40 at least. And it's like, you ain't got no 40, honey. You ain't got that. But even that is sort of like, eh, anyway, so I'm feeling like so many of my fears are being squelched because of the Course in Miracles, and because I'm able to utilize and really know, that it's for us all. And we just have to get there to, that beautiful garden. So enough said. Thanks for listening.
You're amazing, Jane. You really are. Like those are just
Yeah.
Oh,
words that are, yeah, they're just perfect
well,
words for
thank you, Lady Linda.
me.
Thank you.
So, Wendy, does that help any?
Oh, it's amazing. Beautiful shares. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just a bit overwhelmed last week, so you didn't take one, did you? You were just gonna go with the flow for now?
Mm.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's start reading.
Go. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye,
nice week.
Coralie.
See you, Coralie.
Bye,
I'll see you,
Coralie.
Carly. That one. So gonna let me, yes, okay. Right, and we read number 3. So we're up to number 4. We're just going to be doing, so if anybody who's got the book, that is up to page 215 to 216 of the book. And Gary, would you like to start us off?
Sure. There is nothing to prevent you from recognizing all calls for help as exactly what they are, except your own imagined need to attack. It is only this that makes you willing to engage in endless battles with reality, in which you deny the reality of the need for healing by making it unreal. You would not do this except for your willingness to accept reality as it is, and which you therefore withhold from yourself.
Mm.
Well, this ties right into God teach me the reality of what I perceive in my brother, because all judgment is an attack against reality, which means we're seeing separation rather than the reality of oneness and the light that's lit by the same lamp in every single person. And I love this one line: you would not do this except for your unwillingness to accept reality as it is, meaning God is in all things, we're all equal, and which you therefore withhold from yourself, which means if we're denying another, we deny ourselves.
Thanks, Gary.
Mm.
I was contemplating this in an email with a friend last night, actually, with this: there is nothing to prevent you from recognizing all course valves exactly what they are. Because we were talking about how animals are there, our pets are there, and there's people who have dogs because they can recognize about when you're about to have an epileptic fit, so they can protect you, or your blood sugar is running low. They can sense that and they help you. And it's just unconditional love and just giving without even thinking about what it's costing, because it doesn't cost anything. And I think we often put a price on our ability to help people. And I have to do that as a business, but it doesn't feel like it costs me anything anymore, in that I have a value to provide and there's an exchange. I'm waffling a bit now, but it all was about the animals and how, they can sense what's going on with us and they just give unconditionally.
Yeah.
And we've forgotten how to do that.
I love how you place that though into a understanding of how animals perceive, and then how in a business context you felt that it used to cost you. Now you've altered your mindset. There's so much power in just those words spoken.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Taken me a long time to realize that to value what I give, I guess, and that allows other people to value as well. So yeah, and that kind of flows through everything, really. If we're giving without accepting that we are valuable, and if we're giving because we want something, as opposed to giving because we have value to give, if we're giving because we want some kind of proof that we're valuable, it's kind of the wrong way around. We give because we are valuable, as opposed to giving so that I can prove I'm valuable.
Mm.
Is there any more questions about that? Or shall we go on?
Yeah, I'd say go on.
All right, number 5. Who wants to read that?
I'll do that.
Good on you, Wendy.
It is surely good advice to tell you not to judge what you do not understand. No one with a personal investment is a reliable witness. The truth to him has become what he wants it to be. If you are unwilling to perceive an appeal for help as what it is because you're unwilling to give help and receive it. To fail to recognize a call for help is to refuse help. Would you maintain that you do not need it? Yet this is what you are maintaining when you refuse to recognize a brother's appeal. For only by answering his appeal can you be helped. Deny him your help and you will not recognize God's answer to you. The Holy Spirit does not need your help in interpreting motivation, but you do need his.
Thanks, Wendy. I might have my lesson in there.
Hmm. There's something really powerful in this that I've not seen as clearly as I'm seeing it right now. To fail to recognize the call for help, which is anyone's um, emotional distress, is to refuse help. Would you maintain that you do not need it? Yet this is what you are maintaining when you refuse to recognize a brother's appeal. For only by answering his appeal can you be helped. I've never
I just
seen the answering of help as a um, direct cause and effect of
Mm.
how I get helped. I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
isn't that kind of what you were talking about though, V?
Yeah, and another layer to that now that Gary's kind of brought that up is that, when you go through times and you find that you're attracting a certain type of person, I know I've done this and gone, this is not what I want. This is not where I'm supposed to be, but it's where I am at the time, and they're bringing up a mirror of what I need to work on. Of my evolution requires me to go through this with this person who's in front of me right now.
And while we think that we shouldn't be there, that it's not right or whatever the case may be, we are actually there for a reason. There is a whole purpose where we are right here today, right now.
Exactly. And I feel like having done all this work that I can recognize that now, and I don't need to judge the other person who's in front of me and say, I'm past you now. It doesn't compute anymore.
Mm.
It's just this is what's in front of me right now, so this is what I need to be present for.
Yeah. The divine doesn't make a mistake.
Well, it's the whole thing from Byron Katie's work of loving what is. Because if it is present, if it is occurring, it's in God's will. It's like there's something in the university of spirit that we need to understand and we need to know.
Right.
And that's why that God teach me the reality of what I perceive in my brother. Because if we're perceiving anything other than love, we're seeing a reflection of our own selves. Because we couldn't see it in another person unless we were very intimately acquainted with whatever quality or trait that we are identifying in someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this statement.
Mm-hmm.
The mirroring effect or the cause and effect, as you mentioned.
Beautiful. People are writing, so I won't go just yet. Shall we go to number 6?
Mm.
Begin. Who wants to read that one? I'm happy to, but if anyone else wants to read it,
I'll read it.
go for it.
Only appreciation is an appropriate response to your brother. Gratitude is due him for both his loving thoughts and his appeal for help, for both are capable of bringing love into your awareness if you perceive them truly. And all your sense of strain comes from your attempts not to do just this. How simple, then, is God's plan for salvation? There is but one response to reality, for reality evokes no conflict at all. There is but one teacher of reality who understands what it is. He does not change his mind about reality because reality does not change. Although your interpretations of reality are meaningless in your divided state, his remain constantly true. He gives them to you because you are for you. Do not attempt to help a brother in your way, for you cannot help yourself. But hear his call for the help of God, and you will recognize your own need for the Father. Wow.
Thank you.
There's so much in that one, but the one that really stood out and for me was although your interpretations of reality are meaningless in your divided state, his remain constantly true.
Yeah. Mm. Does anyone have questions about this paragraph?
I'm still typing some things for me, because I feel that gratitude is due him for both his loving thoughts and his appeal for help. And his appeals for help means that there's only two. There's either loving thoughts or there's appeals for help.
No. The Course says there's
So
only love, or there's a call for love.
yeah, exactly.
Personally, I think it's really important to identify what is a call for love. And it really could be someone losing the plot, being super angry, super volatile. It could be that. And it could
Yes.
be as mild as someone who just honestly looks lost and broken, and that's an obvious call for love. But I think everything unlike love is a call for love.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I feel like reading or having this as a reference and keep coming back to our brothers and sisters and our connection and our oneness helps to identify where the help is required, because I think often people think they have a need coming from ego. You address that and it just creates more of the same.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can identify that the help you're giving is coming from love, it may not be exactly what they're asking for. You can't always get what you want, but you'll get what you need. The immortal words of the Rolling Stones.
That's it.
Mm.
And I think that comes from listening to them past their egos as well and past your own ego to identify what the real call for help is.
Mm.
I think it's fascinating that the Course always refers to this, but I'm sitting here thinking that I'm realizing at a little bit different level is that our salvation, whatever we want to call that, but our awakening is really based upon how we treat others. Like it's almost like other people are the vehicle in which we wake ourselves up the by having us practice seeing oneness, non-judgment, extending love, not seeing the surface of the behavior and the inaction of the ego, but actually seeing a reflection of the divine that we serve. And I don't mean serve as far as a servant, but serve in the premise of recognizing the truth about that person.
I love that.
Mm.
You know, if we were told in kindergarten that imagine if we were told in kindergarten that this planet Earth that we are on, each and every one of us, is a classroom, and we're here to practice, as you say, Gary. We're here to learn, and we're here to strip away like an onion the obstacles within ourselves that keep us from being together. Because it really is like our salvation, our awakening it comes in the form of other people, and they show up right on time. And sometimes, and it's up to us as individuals to seek the answers, to know, what can I learn from this?
I think there's only one lesson, Jane, and that lesson is to see God in them.
Yes, yes, yeah,
That's the one
yeah,
lesson, because any other lesson is a lesson of the mind. But to just see the divine in them,
right,
I think is
right.
what our tasks are. Now, I could be wrong, but
No, I agree. Yes.
I can't believe that you would ever be wrong, Gary. Come on, let's face
oh
it.
God, I'm wrong all the time, Linda. Ask
Is it
Lee,
Robert
she's
in the
known
room?
me for 17 years. I do my best to be as least wrong as I can be, but I am wrong often.
I can't remember a specific time where I could say you were wrong, but I'm sure Robert would find.
I'm
Your
sure you'll
halo,
find it if you saw it.
your halo is
Yeah.
just lit up, Gary.
No, I stand always in awe of all of us who put out a solid effort um, to correct our interactions in the world and to bring them to more of a sacred place. I really do believe this is the only way out for any of us to do that. And I'm putting together the manual for the Ultimate Breakthrough Training I started this evening. And one of the things I wanted to speak about was that it takes action. It's not about, I have this great philosophy. It has to be in action that we build up the evidence that we can be this person, be this evolutionary part of ourselves. And the more we form those neural pathways, the more that becomes our identity. And since everything is created from the strength of our identity, the more we make it aligned to seeing the light of God in all things, the stronger we become. And it is a practice. It's a walking meditation.
Every minute of every day.
Every day and in every relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, when I've been able to do it in small amounts, I've been able to do it, I feel ecstasy. So what it says in the Course is so powerful because it is a gift unto yourself. You become awake and awakening the recognition in your brother.
Mm.
Love it. Just love it.
Reckon we can squeeze one more in. I think it's my turn. I think everyone else has read, so no more delaying. Your interpretations of your brother's needs are your interpretations of yours. By giving
Yeah.
help, you are asking for it. And if you perceive but one need in yourself, you will be healed. For you will recognize God's answer as you want it to be. And if you want it in truth, it will be yours. Every appeal you answer in the name of Christ brings the remembrance of your Father closer to your awareness. For the sake of your need, then, hear every call for help as what it is, so God can answer you.
Yeah.
So basically, if we're hearing call for help from someone else, it's actually our own call for help.
We couldn't
Is that what it's
recognize or
saying?
identify that call unless we had it ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
It's trippy to think that literally everything is a reflection, like the external world is a reflection of the internal world. And if we held on to that, there wouldn't be any condemnation. There would only be self-love and self-accountability. And I will say self-responsibility. Like, what if our prayer was, God, please give me the strength to turn this quality in me and to the love that you show all creation? What if I could transform that quality in me and have compassion for that part of me that was conditioned to either do X, Y, and Z, but see beyond that and only see my own light? We wouldn't have any judgment of other people, I don't think, or we'd have less judgment. I mean, how many of us can be hard on ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a place to start, I think. I think it is for me.
Beautiful. 8 looks like a big one, so I think that will be our last one for today. So we can work out our lessons, I guess. Unless, what do you think, people? Oh yeah, that's rather large.
This whole chapter is brilliant, though, isn't it? Like what we've read
Yeah.
so far, the Holy Spirit's curriculum.
Really is.
So it just pinpoints, the interpretation is limited because it's pinpointing.
Yeah, it nails it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
think the beauty
mistaking it.
Mm.
that pinpointing, I guess, is like it's just us reading it, but we're reading something going, oh, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Now I thought I had my lesson first up, but now I'm not so sure. I think I'll still use that one.
Well, V, I really liked what you said about we give because we are valuable. But so I'm gonna keep that, so to speak, but I think I really like that only appreciation is an appropriate response to your brother. I'm
That
feeling
is,
called to that.
yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, Linda, because that's actually a really simple, good one.
That was Jane.
Oh, why did I say Linda? Sorry, Jane.
Right.
Well,
Linda, but thank
I'm
you
a late,
anyways. But Jane was the one that spoke it.
We
but
knew
Linda's lips were moving.
who you
There you
meant.
go. I got confused. Thanks for the save, Jane.
Oh, maybe it was me. Oh,
So my
well,
one I've taken to try to interpret what we've read today, well, from this whole chapter so far, is listen, 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 and the answer will present itself.
Mm. Hmm.
Big ear week. It will be this week. Big ear week.
Good for you, Linda.
I'm still going to stick with the first one I came up with. I think the Holy Spirit does not need your help in interpreting motivation, but you do need his.
Mm.
So that's kind of about listening too.
Yeah.
What have you got one for this week, Wendy?
Well, mine was similar to yours, V. And then to add to that, I need to become awake.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's not the truth.
It's not the truth.
No, I'm saying if that is not the truth, it
Sorry.
truly is.
Yep. Yeah, cool. And have we got everybody's then? Did you say yours, Gary?
Gary?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna tie these two together. God teach me the reality of what I perceive in my brother, and only appreciation is the appropriate response to your brother.
Mm.
Those
Yeah,
two work really
nice.
well together. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
they
take
do.
those two and work with that.
Beautiful. We're a few minutes early today, but it's all right. We
Well,
are
again,
complete.
I want to, thank everybody for showing up. And V always, thank you for organizing it and doing everything, because this is
Yeah, thank you,
a
V.
really important part of my sustainability practice.
Mm.
It's been a real
My
blessing.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
gang.
you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Great week.
Have a great
Many
week,
thanks.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good week. Good week.